cutting a billet of ultimate grade maple using a bandsaw, he's going to open it up just like a book. And that's how we make the tops for the guitars. We use a broadleaf maple because it has a warmer tone. And every single step that we do, every single process, we're looking for the ultimate in precision, something that we can show off. It's a number of small things that add up to make the sum of what we're doing here. Right here, we're heating the binding with the heat gun to form it around the shape of the guitar. We've milled a precision edge on the side of the binding so that it'll fit down in the slot precisely and give us a clean enough edge that we can show it rather than cover it up with the paint. In mass production, you'd run the paint over the seam to hide it. Because we have such a precision edge, we can run our paint right to the seam and show it off. It's that close. Then you'll go back and glue it down and tape it in place and allow it to dry for a day. Every single step has to be done exactly right. Now, our top-of-the-line guitars are all carved by hand. What Mike's doing here is roughing out the hand carve. He'll go back with scraper and file and just make sure the contours are exactly what he wants. And then the final contours are done with this French curve scraper. The French curve allows him to get into contours that you can't do with a machine. Our top-of-the-line models, like this 30th anniversary, are all carved by hand. This is the artistry that sets this guitar apart from mass-produced instruments. Carving by hand gives us a contour that you can't do with a machine. It gives the guitar a character that's really individual. This is where we blend all the hard shapes into smooth lines. Several hours of hand sanding that go into each and every guitar. And this is really where you can make or break a finish. Every single contour has to be perfect all the way around the instrument. We're looking for a continuity of line. Anyone can sand a piece of wood, but to get the kind of contours and the kind of scratch-free surface that we're looking to create, it really is something special. You have to have a special eye for it. We'll probably sand this instrument for over 40 minutes just on the body alone. It's an oral tradition, actually, the way it's handed down, the way that all the contours blend together. It takes about 1.5 years for someone to actually be trained to do this. In a mass-produced environment, you could never take this kind of time. You have to hustle along to the next operation. It's a lot more time-consuming to do things this way, but the end result is something that's truly spectacular. This is our top-of-the-line semi-solid body guitar. It was really designed as a statement of what we could do with our guitar artistry. Mike's laying mother of pearl all around the outside of this guitar in a channel that he's left in the ivoroid. This guitar will have over 250 pieces of mother of pearl. Each piece is done by hand, but one of the things that's really different about the way we do it is the size of the pieces. You can see that the pieces are pre-cut from a larger piece of mother of pearl. The way to tell a really quality job is to look at the size of the pieces. It's very easy to lay a number of small pieces around a curve, but what he's done is he's actually cut a large piece to shape around the horn of the guitar. The only way to get a fit like this is to cut it by hand, because every guitar is going to be slightly different. He's laying glue into the slot that he's created, and he can just drop that piece of mother of pearl in. He's got to make sure that he keeps it flush with the top. On this particular model, the pearl goes all the way around the body and up and down the neck and around the peg head. It takes about 20 hours to do all of the inlay around the periphery of the guitar, the neck, and the peg head. Most guitar builders wouldn't have the patience to do this. And an educated buyer is going to know that the larger pieces are really where the artistry is.